100 people could definitely take a gorilla, by the way. People underestimate. People way overestimate how durable a gorilla is, and people way underestimate how many fucking people 100 people is. 100 people is a lot of goddamn people. The gorilla just gets tired, if nothing else. And gorillas generally have the same fleshy, vulnerable parts that humans have. Sure, they're a little bit more durable. Gorilla has eyes. A gorilla has flesh underneath its fur. The gorilla's skull is not impervious to blunt force damage. Like it will get beaten by 100 people. I don't know what the number is where the inflection point is, but I know that 100 is plenty. I would imagine like 30 dudes could take a gorilla. I would put the over under at like 30, depending on if you're talking like, if you're just doing a random sampling of average people, maybe more than 30. If you're talking about 30 fit athletic men, I would definitely say 30 fit athletic men could take a gorilla. Like decently fit athletic men. If you just do random like a 30 like average people, you're gonna have like a couple of kids in there, a couple of 70-year-olds, you know what I mean? Like one baby or something, you know what I mean? Like it depends on what you're talking about. But if you're saying 100 able-bodied men, way more than enough. Overkill. Just beat it. How close are we on the Benjamin? Benjamin's got 4 out of 6. Nightly 50 has 3 out of 5. I never sent YouTube live. Go live, please, YouTube. The king kicker. You win. How are we doing in this $50 classic or $10 classic? Sorry, with $10 classic, we are 9 of 24 with 8 paid, chilling at 19 bigs, chilling. Raise, I guess. See that? What up, Richie Rob? Let's check. Ooh, what an interesting. Oh, Nightly Benjamin was canceled. Nightly $50 classic was canceled. Sag. If you got ace queen, you got me. Ace king. Hey-oh, that'll work. That'll work. Got him. Richie Rob comes in and we win a cash game hand. That cannot be coincidence. Richie Rob, from what I understand, fares very well at the in the live cash streets. if his own stories are to be believed. Which I think they are. I don't know why I said that like they're not. I think they are to be believed, for the record. Seems like a trustworthy fella. I have no evidence to the contrary. All right, so we need more things to play. Let's pre-register the $10 cube streets. See if we can get into one of these guys. If this player had a higher VPIP, or if we had more hands on them, I might just ship this hand. I think I'm just gonna... Oh, wait, I thought they were under the gun. I'm small blind. This was under the gun. Oh, they do have a high VPIP. I should have just jammed here, probably. I misread. I thought I was big blind, and that I was looking at a limp from the player to my left. That's what I get for looking down at my social media while I'm streaming. Big no-no. Bad streamer. To be fair, I was thinking about the fact that I need to post a tweet for the stream, though, which I'm going to do right now. All right, we are going to jam here. Ace Jack, limps, and chop it up. Fold this one. I might just be a cash whale and talking rubbish. You might. You might. You might. Isn't the first rule of a cash whale? I don't know though. I was gonna say, isn't a rule of a cash whale that they would never say they're a cash whale though? But I think there's whales out there that know they're whales. They just have enough money not to care. And that, my friends, is the dream. One of my favorite screen names that I've seen in the PA pool is the player has a screen name that says Future Whale, and I thought that was pretty great, because that is the dream. I don't really want to be a grinder, okay? I want to be a whale, because being a whale means you have, like, by like definition, means you have either enough money or so little sense that you don't care about losing. And I don't think the path that I'm on, I'll ever have enough I don't think I ever would not care about my money, unless I had so much of it that I could just not care. You know what I mean? I would never care and not care in an irresponsible way. So honestly, I think being a whale is the absolute dream. And I think I would know if I was a whale, you know? I'm pretty self-aware. It's actually, I say that. I know someone who is not self-aware might say that they were self-aware, and that's the ultimate irony, but I honestly think it's one of my strengths. I think I'm very self-aware. And it, to the point where it like blows my mind when people are like weirdos and don't realize they're weirdos, or like are rude to someone and then can't understand why they got pissed off. And it's like, do you not perceive yourself, or like, not everyone is like me, where you spend like sometimes like entire evenings analyzing and overanalyzing how others might have responded and perceived and thought about your actions in their direction. It's sort of like, it sort of breaks my brain that that's not how everyone operates sometimes. It's like finding out that some people can't picture objects in their head. For some people, like I can't crystallize and picture objects in my head. I think more in words, but I can picture things in my head, right? I'm pretty garbage at art because I can't do it as well as like an artist. But some people can't like close their eyes and picture an apple like at all. And that blew my mind the first time I heard that. It's weird figuring out that some people's brain, like, we're very egocentric, I think. Most people, right? It's very natural. It's sort of how we're conditioned and taught and just naturally are, I think. But it's very weird when you realize that other people's experience of the world is not the same as yours, right? It's very strange. All right, so we did join a cube sit and go. It's checked all the way through here. We're gonna bet pot on the river. Hoping to get a call from an ace or king. We maybe should have bet the turn, but I think it's tough to get a call at any point in that hand, kind of. Yeah, we'll jam. But anyway, I think being a whale is the dream. I think I would know. And so I think what I was saying is, because I don't think the path that I've gone down in life, I don't think I ever would be actually irresponsible with finances at this point. It's just like learned behavior, and it's how I want to be, is not irresponsible. I think the only path I have to be a whale is if I get super rich. And so thus the dream. Ergo vis-a-vis the dream. Ace king here, and not too many chips. I think they'll all be in the middle. Couple of limpy limpertons. Oh, Razy Razorton. Unexpected. 18% raise. Still plenty high enough for ace king to be good against their range here. Let's hope we get called by ace queen or ace jack. Of course, we'll take a flip if we have to. It's ace jack. Signed, sealed, delivered. It's mine. Now can we hold? The gorgeous run out. I mean, it's not as safe as we'd like the king to show up a little earlier to give us that little peace of mind, but we love the double. And the hand's so nice, we're going to play it twice. We've got ace king again. This time we'll make it like 3.3. I know you're not folding. Like, don't even like posture here, okay? I'm actually gonna check back here. Limper's range like surrounds these cards like quite a bit. I'm kind of confident I have the best hand. Oh, eights. Okay, eights. I don't know if we bet out eights. I think they probably call turn, and I don't know if I fire again on the river, so we just save ourselves. If I knew you were a robot and or a nit and you didn't, what you want me to tell you? You already tell me I'm a nit all the time, so the hypothetical part of this is kind of gone. Robot and or in it. If I knew you were a robot and you didn't, would you want me to tell you? I think so. I think so. I think there are points in this life where I'm going to behave very differently because I think being a robot, I feel like AG thinks in words and sentences and corrects his own thoughts when there's incorrect grammar. Insulting of you to presume that I would even have an initial thought in incorrect grammar. Honestly, I'm you watch yourself. All right. My thoughts come out perfectly grammatically correct every time. I think I would want to know if I was a robot. The thing is, I think like I am not of the so I think you should behave you should live your life in a way that is conscious and considerate of the fact that you will die someday. And that is not to say I'm not really a believer in the, live every day like it's your last, because that's insane. You would like spend way too much money, do recklessly insane things, etc., etc. Jam here on river. I think we can bluff out like queen high. They haven't bet at all. We bluff out maybe like a 4 as well. But I do think there's something to be said for considering the fact that you're going to be gone from this mortal coil someday when you're making plans for your life, making your everyday decisions. If I were a robot, I would think that maybe that wasn't the case, and it would modify some of my decisions, especially if I have a child. It would be crushing, but I would want to know if Eden was not actually my child, or if she was also a robot in this hypothetical, I suppose. Meanwhile, we're winning a $10 cube sit and go. Let's see what we get. We're spinning. 10 turns into 20. Let's see if we can get another one of those. First one went pretty well. Flop a setup here in the cash game. The Richie Rob run good continues. Good old triple R. Small blind range, not going to have too many deuces, so we're going to let him continue to bet here. And we're actually going to raise, I think, because again, just not too many deuces, and we want to get some chips in here. If you are indeed a whale, I think personally, I think you're living the dream. So I guess there's two different kinds of whales, right? I think the whales like Bill Perkins and Alan Keating, those guys are living the dream. There are probably some whales out there, and I'm not going to cast any names out there because, first of all, I don't watch that much cash game content, so I don't even really know the personalities and the names and stuff that much. And then second of all, I don't know their financial situation. But I'm sure there are some whales out there that are just recklessly torching money that they can't afford to torch. That is not living the dream. But if Richie Rob, if you're a secret 100 millionaire and you're just splashing away at bomb pots, making everybody's life fun at your 1, 2, and 2, 5 and whatever, yeah, that's living the dream. Honestly, as long as personally, I would also seek to be doing something more edifying with my money, but I definitely would have some fun at some cash games if I were super rich. I love the game. But yeah, I think were I a robot, I would want to know for a variety of reasons. But yeah, I do mostly think in words and sentences. It's true. And I tend to I'm a big rehearser of conversations. If I have to have an important conversation with someone, you can bet your ass I've like scripted it out and tried to think of like branching pathways, things they could say, what my responses would be, etc., etc. Which is how it always makes me think of that's how Winston Churchill like conquered his stutter, is he was like obsessive like not obsessive compulsive, but he would obsessively like think like plan out what he was going to say and all the paths of conversation, so that when he had to talk, it wasn't, because thinking about words was when he would stutter, you know. So if he thought it through it beforehand, he was good to go. Here I am making a joke and we have to get existential. It's what I do. It's what I do. Tens good? Tens are good. There was a period in my adolescence where I definitely thought, like, I had the suspicion that I was Alan Keating a whale. Yeah, I think Alan Keating's a whale. I mean, I also think Alan Keating is a good player, but I think Alan Keating, he plays the role of a whale at least. In my opinion, Alan Keating has only really recently gotten respect as like an amazing cash game player. For a long time, he was considered a whale. Texas Mike, maybe, but Alan is a killer. There's such a thing as a killer whale. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe he's just an orca. He's rich as fuck, and I think he whales off some stacks to get himself invited to games. So I mean, I guess that's a little bit more of a in-depth discussion there, though, is that there's like a strategic whale where it's like fattening up the lamb before the slaughter or something, right? Or like it's probably a better analogy, but you know what I mean. I'm not a whale, but I am top contributor to the poker ecosystem. I think that is what a whale is, brother. Texas Mike, maybe. See, I don't know Texas Mike. We'll jam here very short. Called for less. Oh, how do they always have us dominated in these like cockamamie spots where I jam something goofy? We got an open ender though, and a spade draw. Holy cow! Holy outs! None of them come. I don't know. I think Keating maybe intentionally cultivates the image of a whale. 8-5 suited. We'll take our 38%. Can this 8-5 suited do better? Again, we have a flush draw and a straight draw. And again, we break out. Like, somewhat identical fucking hands. It's crazy. Too many outs syndrome. Pictured in two hands. We're 10 of 15 here. Still with 8 paid. Of course, it's still with 8 paid. Registration's been closed for a bit. With 8 paid in the nightly $10 classic. We'll join the nightly $5 PLO in just a little bit. Fair enough. I'm maybe not as familiar with Alan Keating's game as you seem to be, Double N. in my mind, at least he's like Worm and he plays the part of the whale at times. But of course, if he can turn it off, you know, then he's not really a whale, I think. I love when there's a comment like that like makes someone feel obligated to come out of the lurk too. The lens like, hold on, did he just call Alan Keating a whale? I gotta say something. I love it. 7 here in a limped pot. Huh? You're betting? What the fuck? Oh my god, what am I doing in this pot? I've got 2 pair and they might have made a flush because they were block betting. It's so spooky. You're not gonna bet big, okay. Bro. Just fold, make it easy on me, please. Alright, we're gonna block bet ourselves here to the tune of 1.5 into 10. Getting raised is puke. Getting called for thin value is pog. That feels like a thin value call. Let's fucking go. Says nice hand. Add ace king. Limped ace king. All right, let's just simplify it. Limp ace king pre. 5 of 15 now. I do know what you mean. I believe that. Yeah, I think Keating is an interesting one, right? Because he's like filthy rich. He doesn't really care about the money. But he does seem to like really want to play poker at the highest stakes and get invited to games and stuff. So he whales it up like strategically. But it's funny because he doesn't whale it up strategically to like make bank, right? I think it's more to like entertain himself and make like businessing, networking connections and have fun. You know what I mean? It's not really like he's like, it's not really like he's trying to like fleece the rich guys by being a super secret undercover shark, right? Like people know he's good at poker now, but he like makes games fun, whales it up a bit, not afraid to gamble, but still a very good player. So he's an interesting little like almost like anomaly unto himself, I feel like, as far as poker celebrities go. There's no one else quite like Alan Keating, you know? I guess you could say that for a lot of people, but I don't know. Keating stands out to me as kind of like very singularly different, unique. All right, we're joining this is going to be the nightly $5 PLO Rushki. Let's raise here with the pocket eights. One caller, flop comes king 7-3. Check it back here. King, queen. Ouch. It hurts a lot. So close. With things so close. We're 10-14 with 8 paid. Gonna need to hopefully make back those chips and more. Fold the king 4 here though. Alan is a balanced bluffer, lol. Fair enough. Look, I wasn't trying to call Alan Keating's like skill into question. I would not imagine I'm the first to call Alan Keating like an occasional whale though. But I take back any implication that he's not also a fantastic poker player. We got a pair of deuces. Pair of threes. Rude. Pocket tens. We all in here. They limped ace king before. So we definitely don't like think we always steal this blind here. Yeah, when these guys like lose a house in one hand in a cash game and they're like, doesn't really change, that doesn't really move the needle for me. You're like, Bill, it moved the needle for me. Can I have some of that? Let's raise here. Fair to flush draw. Huh. Okay, I'll call. Damn it. Come on. Work with me here. Fine. Trip 6 is kind of ruined here on the river a lot of the time. They had the other flush draw though, probably. Jack 5, 5, 9. Yeah. Gutter and diamond draw. Yerp. I find Bill very interesting. Blah, blah. And he makes those wild weight loss bets. Yeah, he has another one with Doug Polk. I wish I was like high profile enough to try to go for one of those bets, but I also don't have enough money to put up that Perkins would even find it interesting. So like I wouldn't be willing to even face, even if I thought I was really determined and I would be to win that kind of money. Even if there's a 2% chance that I lose that kind of money, I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't have that risk tolerance. That is life-changing money for me, Bill. And it's life-changing works in both directions, you know what I mean? Life-changing good or life-changing bad? Let's raise here. Cool, cool, cool. A lot of respect, a lot of respect. Spades. The deuce, and that's it. This doesn't seem like the kind of flop we were hunting here, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry, what? Call 39 to win 58. Eh. Go now. There are better spots than these. My roommate from college lost hand of the year to Antonius back in like 2009 or 2010. What does this mean, hand of the year? Is there somewhere that like rates poker hands? What do you mean hand of the year? Was it a show and they just determine a hand of the year every year or something? Anyway, it was a couple of houses worth back then. Now it's like 2 loaves of bread. Yeah, now it's like half a dozen eggs, exactly. Uh, 7 seems like not a fun card for us on the river. Beat Queen 10 though. If anyone wants to sell their house and bet the Celtics tomorrow, do so. This is from a Knicks fan. There's no way they're winning both in Boston. But the Knicks were all about losing at home, though. But just because they're all about losing at home doesn't mean they're all about winning on the road, does it? I believe in the Knicks' ability to do both. Look at me. Listen to me talking like I know ball. I don't know ball. Sorry. Ace Jack will be all in here. This is inconsequential. They're in for less than a big blind. Shipping. Ship de dip. Okay, so the Jack 4. Dead on the turn. Small pot, but small pots matter. It's not the size, etc., etc. Jam, fold, call, raise. I don't like any option here. I think I'm actually gonna fold. We're 9 to 13 with 8 paid. I hate all the options. I got a boat here. 6 is full of deuces. We're kind of hoping for a heart on the river so we can get paid by flushes. Probably check if... Oh, wait a minute. We lose only to king and we block king. I'm going to check and then let this player bet river and we'll jam over top. I block everything. I wouldn't think they'd be raising a flush draw on the turn. Don't check back. Don't you dare find a check back. It's not okay. Thank you. I do think we jam. Lose the king, king, and deuce, deuce, right? That's king, king. They just always have it, man. What do you want me to say? Nobody bluffs. Nobody bluffs. We'll get back in there. What do you want me to say? We have like a boat. We block all the other boats. Doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. They still have king, king. No 3-bet pre. They always have it. You can fold everything in some of these games. I swear to God. Because they only do that when they have those hands. And you'll see them miss so many bluffs. You get to the point where you fold everything. But I did feel like we could have been up against just a 6 there, or just 2 pair there, or just a deuce there. That's what I meant to say. King deuce, definitely possible, but unfortunately it was the Cowboys. I'll fold here. 9 of 11, inching ever closer to the money in the $10 classic. 10 of 11. Back in the day on 2+2, they did hand of the year. Ah, gotcha. Didn't know that. Okay. Patrick called him with king high on an all-in. So Antonius Hero called with king high and was correct. Like a huge fucking pot. Legendary. All right, we all in again here. Players limp ace king. We know they limp some strength, but they also limp like a ton of their range, so we're all in. That one we get through. I'm gonna limp because we have no fold equity. Like the big blind will never fold. I don't want to fold this hand. I don't want to raise and inflate the pot on the bubble. So limping becomes the play here, I think. Now we're folding. This is actually terrifying. This player's played almost no hands, and they're like not jamming this stack instead of just. I think we would fold to a jam anyway because they've played so few hands. But the not jamming is like the most nutted line of all time off of the short stack. Nobody bluffs. Dude, it's so true. Use the king king and 10-10 and they had both. Oh yeah, we do lose the 10-10, but them having 10-10 there is like not. They wouldn't raise 10-10 bare 10-10 on the turn or whatever it was. Blockers are not a thing after seeing that end. Yeah. Yeah, they had. I didn't even comment on the fact that they did have 10-10 as well, but that's kind of immaterial because like they don't play that way with naked 10-10 and just get there. That would have made me lose my mind if they had raised somehow with like without the kings with just 10-10 on the turn and then spiked to 10. That would have made me go a little bit insane. But yeah, man, I mean, you'll look at some of these players and you'll look at the hands where like they check back and you know have to show their cards and you can look in the hand replayer and you'll see that they have like the perfect blockers or like the bricked out nut low, and they just never find a bluff. And then when they do put in chips, it's always nutted. It's a little bit trickier on BetRivers because of the anonymization makes it a little bit harder because you can't have that ongoing history with the players. So you have to sort of spot it pretty quick. But with some of these players, you can spot it pretty quick. Limped pot, shocker, our limping friend here. I think this person also just doesn't fold much, so like I don't really love our ability to get them to fold here. I'd love to see you check back like 10-8, queen 3. I was wondering if we could get a hand like that to fold. I think they even might have hero called us with a king or a queen. Speaking of a king or a queen, we do jam again here over the limp. Cool. Blinds are up. I'll defend in the cash game with 10-5 suited. Welcome 6-8-6. Now a 10 on the turn. Let's check again. Check call river. They raised free. Let's take a look. King 3 suited. Okay. Pocket 10s for us now. There's a bar downtown near 5th Street. Let's raise the 10-10. Get it through. There's a YouTube video of it somewhere. I'll have to try to see if I can dig for that later. Patrick Antonius makes the greatest hero call in the history of high stakes poker. This is from 2022. Maybe this video was, no, this is not old enough, I think. That's from Triton in 2022. Yeah, that one's from a Triton, not a cash game, it would seem. Sure, let's check. And for hand, we're 8 of 9 here with 8 paid. Raise here. Raise again here with the ace 10 suited. Flopping an ace. Turning 2 pair seems real nice. Let's stack ace king or ace queen. Come on. Did I get too greedy? The overbet? Trying to go after him. Bluffing with the open ender. I did get another, I didn't mention that it actually started, but here we are in another $10 cube sit and go. We'll check here, I guess. Jam here with queen 10 suited. Okay, we made the money. $20 guaranteed here in the $10 classic. BetRiver with 2 pair. Pretty good at getting thin value out of this opponent who plays wide ranges. This is a nice hand again. Thank you. 7 of 8. After squeezing some value there from ace 4, just the ace kicker. King 8 here, we jam. All by ace 9. Bob a pair and a flush draw. No ace, no 7, no 9. I forgot about that one. Gotta remember that one. We'll raise here. Gonna value on myself, watch. No! We value bet. Very nice. All right, be right back. Worst two pair. Kings and fives. Nice. Be back soon. All right, folks, we're back. We are back. And we're on the final table here. Guaranteed $20, and we see queens go up against jack 8 suited. The queens are eliminated, so that we've locked up 25. There's $170 for first place in this one. Raise here in the PLO with suited aces. Like one suit to our ace. Ace 10-4 with a single suit. Player maybe just not back from break. Say maybe they're just not back. They do finally make the call. And the flop comes queen jack 5. This flop we're actually just going to check back as a means of pot control here. Check again. We'll bet half pot. We get called by like queen or a jack here sometimes, I think. I feel like a queen who has queens and deuces, or like queen jack that just doesn't realize that their hand is beaten by things like aces or kings now. We'll raise here with king jack jack 7. Good luck in the $5 nightly classic. 6 of 7. Good luck. Money be okay. Appreciate you keeping me posted. Always do appreciate it. Start with a check here. I just check folding. Pick up a gut shot on the turn. Jacks might still be ahead. They probably don't bet too often here. Sometimes they'll bet if they made their flush. We block some of the flushes with the jack of clubs though. Yeah, I think we just can fold. Let's just check. Not quite a wrap, like the underside wrap here with the 8-9 jack. Could get interesting. Call one. Pick up a club draw to go along with it. Call 7 to win 21. Let's call. Brick City, bitch. Brick City. Obviously not the river card that makes us a happy boy. Sad. Sad instead. Feels like call is kind of face up on the turn, but I think we still want to make it. Five of 7 here. 5 of 6. What happened? I missed it. A6 all in loses to king 9. Just fold our queen 4. This one we jam if we're folded to. I don't know if that's going to happen too much with the massive chip leader, but one couldn't dream, I suppose. But stack's too close to us for us to want to jam ace 5 here, I think. Two chip leaders are going at it. Oh, I got 10s. Are 10s any good here? No. Not even close. Answer in PLO is almost always no when you ask that kind of question. The unicorn hands where somehow like a pair of 8s wins like a 3-way PLO hand are always very funny though. I will admit those are very very humorous when that happens. All right, folks, all in here. Ace 10 on the FT. Pretty clear one. Just hope not to run into it. Oh, we might have run into it. Oh no, this player's kind of wide, but I mean they're calling on the button. We were hoping for a flip, kind of. Don't want to be dominated. Take our call against ace 8 is fantastic. Let's hold. Okay, now we need a 9 or a 10. 9 or a 10, please. Dealer. That's brutal. That's brutal to not even be facing a flip there to get in dominating and lose to the flop date. It hurts. $10 into 30 could be worse. We were hoping for a lot better, but could be worse. Hoping for a lot better, but it certainly could be worse. Let's see if we can get maybe into any cube sit and go enjoyers out there who would play with us. Any more cash game tables available too? Yeah, there are. Holy cow, there's a lot of people playing cash on BetRivers Poker. You love to see it. 25 people sitting at 10 cent, 20 cent. 34 people sitting at 50 cent a dollar. I don't ball that hard to play 50 cent a dollar online, but maybe someday. I don't typically ball quite that hard. But let's get another table of 10 cent, 20 cent going if it could be supported. Right now, we're like the first or second person to be available to sit here, I think. But hey, another $10 cube firing off. That's cool. All right, ready to get it in versus ace ace XX. Let's do it. Ace king king 10 rainbow. I'm in. Badoogie, let's badoo it. It's queens. Let's hold. 66% to double. Bang. Nice. We did get another cash game table running. All right. Raise pre here. See a call from big blind. They call turn, or they call flop as well. Just gonna fold. Even to one big blind, as emasculating as that is. Pocket sixes will probably be all in here. Yeah, I think we jam. I guess we just fold, actually. My mistake. Turns out we're folding. Alone and wonder how you're making out. That I was anywhere that you were making out. Checking in on the $10 cube. We'll check the Jack 7 as a limp from our opponent. It's 3-bet here in the cash game. Pocket 10s. Okay. All right then. Everywhere, screaming infidelities, taking its where. All in here with ace 8. I have no chips. They have ace king in the big blind. Like, are you for real? Club! Oh my god, moaned it in. Moaned in the bad beat on our opponent. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Ace 7 we call off. Spite jam? Nah, no spite jam. Ace jack of hearts here. Check. Ooh, worse hearts. Wish that heart had come river. That would have been awesome. Alright, 8-4, and we have to call any 2 cards here if they jam. We're ahead. And yeah, they have to jam any 2 as well. We're behind. Queen. Queen! 4 will work. I was rooting for the sickness. Poor gods decided not to punish me karmically for it. Or comically for it. King 7 suited, we're all in. Out of the Jack 6 to take a massive chip lead. Equity still looks good. Equity still looks good. Yes! Equity looks great on the river. Massive chip lead acquired. Again, a call any 2 spot. Queen 3, we're ahead once more versus the 9-5. Can we hold to win it all? Can we get there to win it all? Okay, gotta come back. They make 2 pair. I don't know, man. Let's call up though here. King Deuce versus King Deuce. Diamonds? Let's go. Get there. No. Center of the earth. Jack Deuce runs into Ace King again. Let's crack an Ace King. Let's crack another Ace King. There's a Jack. Nice. We're going to spin there in a second. We have a 7. They have a 7. Yikes. They flopped a boat, actually. Okay, PLO has been hurting me, but $35 from 10 is pretty nice. They always have it. They flopped a boat in the PLO rush. We flopped trips. Just never get it in. Never get it in without the absolute stone fucking nuts in this game is the moral of the story. We're going to pot 5-4-4-3 because we get called by hands that we have lots of live cards against. Flop bottom 2. Good enough to go with, of course. Wheel or 6 high straight comes in on the river. They made better 2 pair. All right, GG. We won't be getting back in there again. I think we could, but we're not going to do it. I will, however, try to get in a... We joined a $5 sit and go cubed, and I will try to get in another $10 one for sure. King, queen, we're all in. King 9 gotta be a call off, I think. I've been jamming too much. We're ahead of queen 10. Let's hold. Keep them nice and low. That'll do. King kicker plays, and we have a 1.5 to 1 chip lead, or a 3 to 2 chip lead, however you prefer to look at it. Let's go for a limp here. See how they respond. But when they check, take it down. Definitely stacking off here. Let's finish it. Player seems to want to get all the chips in pre. Not this time, though. King 9 again. They fold. Ace Jack, we're jamming. Got him on the ropes. Finish it. Ace Jack versus King 4 for the win. Hold it. Hold it. So let's go. Spinning a 5 into a 1250, and we joined a $10. It's already lost a player. We're all in here for with King 9 suited, called by Ace 7. We need some help. Could be a quick $10. We need a spade. Need a spade. It's a quick $10. Glitch prize. Quick $10 means we're good for a glitch prize, right? It's gonna happen. Glitch me. Glitch me. No glitch. All right. We'll fire up. We'll register more of those as we continue to play the cash game here. Was the son of a preacher man? Raising the 5-4 suited here. And river here with a flush. Paid by a pair of 8s, that's all. Sure, we got position. Take a flop. Small bet we still call here with the gut shot. Okay, pot's gonna get me out of there though. We'll admit not completely versed in heads up cash, but we'll try to do our best. It turns out we don't have to do our best for very long. We're gonna have another opponent here. The fuck is this raise sizing? The fuck are you doing? On a rainbow board? Love your hand that much, eh? Jesus Christ. Can't imagine that's balanced. Bluffing here. Take it down. Sitting there waiting in the cube, Singo Streets. If anyone wants to come join, come battle me. $10 or $5. 20 with pocket eights. Player limp folds. Critical double up, 3 of 6. Ace king. Couple of short stack, go to ace 3 suited. Now 3 out of 5 with 16. Now you're 4 out of 5 with 16 big blinds. Good luck, good luck. Hope you crush the rest of it, brother. Drinking some liquid death sparkling water. Not bad. I don't really get the like hardcore name for sparkling water, but whatever helps you sell, I guess. It makes me think of like taking something like sparkling water and calling it liquid death. Just makes me think how like some like dudes have to have things that are like male branded. Like have you ever seen the like man baby wipes or whatever? They're like I think they're literally called like man wipes or whatever. It's like for dudes who want to use like baby wipes to wipe their ass on the shitter, but are too ashamed to use actual like baby wipes. Or like ladies, you know, hygiene wipes or whatever, so they have to have something that's like, it's tobacco infused sandpaper. Cause I'm a man with the asshole of a man. Like isn't a butthole's like functionally the same, right? Between like a man and a woman? Like it doesn't need to be a different, there doesn't need to be a different product is all I'm saying. Just get over yourself. But at the same time, the business that makes that product, smart. The people that buy that product, that's dumb. That's dumb. The business making that product and capitalizing on American, specifically American, but just in general male insecurities, that they're smart. Smarty pants. Consumers dumb. Oh my god, 9-8 flop 2 pair. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Ace. Fucking jammed right into it. You know. $5 easy come, easy go, I suppose. No glitch prize in that one in case you were curious. We'll try to fire again. Back to the cash game streets. Okay. Should not be getting walks in these cash games too much. Fold the ace deuce. The other cash game table, let's raise the king 8. We get 3-bet. So we're gonna fold. Pretty bad hand to be playing out of position with in a 3-bet pot. Come right back to the raising well though with the king jack suited. King jack of spades, flop comes king high. Okay. What? 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 What is this? Hoofbeats, not like when we hear hoofbeats, think horses, not zebras. We're just gonna fold. Looks very strong. Probably is very strong. It is pain kind of though to fold the backdoor flush draw there a bit. This is where this player becomes like a crazy maniac, and I wish I called. All right, things are popping off at this cash game table. We just gotta keep the faith, and we'll get a nice pot off of these players. I think eventually. Just keep the faith. $5 cubed firing off here. Chip it. Wonder how many people Eminem taught what Munchausen syndrome is. Isn't it like, I think Munchausen syndrome is like when a parent is like drug seeking and like makes their kid think they're sick so they can get drugs, something like that. Munchausen syndrome. Factitious disorder. Mental health disorder in which a person repeatedly and deliberately acts as if they have a physical or mental illness when they're not really sick. So it's just, they just act sick, maybe not necessarily for drug seeking. They just convince themselves or convince others that they're sick all the time. Makes sense. Honestly, people like it's nice to have people dote on you when you're sick, right? I could see if you're kind of fucked in the head or a little bit immoral, you know, seeking out that nice like doting that people do on you when they dote on you when you're sick, tend to your needs, are more patient with you, etc., etc. I was close. I knew it was when people pretend to be sick, but I thought it was for like drug seeking. What'd you do to me? Ten deuce. Goodbye. Jack 8 will fold as well. People are they do be jamming here. This $5 cubed. Gosh. Blinds go up. 3 deuce. Nice. King queen, we're all in. Big stack rejams. Other player calls as well. Ace queen and ace deuce. We need a king. Cowboy, please. King, please. K on the river. Queen, no good. Ace queen knocks us both out. And we win a glitch prize. No. Sad. Finished in 4th place for $27. Cards weren't cooperating. Yeah, when you weren't even in the hand. Yeah, I've seen other players doubling the table and being frustrated about it. Tale as old as time in the poker MTT streets, unfortunately, man. It's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Nice finish in 4th, though. You'll get them next time. All right, here we go again. Glutton for punishment in the $5 cubed. Huh? I can't risk him checking back. We got a jam. 7-8 super disguised here. Couldn't risk him checking back. I gotta call if they jam. Hate when they make those bets that they just should never have. Super annoying. Call here with Queen 7. Hello. Top and bottom pair. I have a boat. You have pocket 4s. Trade offer. I'll take your chips. You punt. Deal? They always have me dominated in these spots. It's so unfair. 6. 6. Baby, it's okay. So, huh? Pocket 10's first hand here in the Single Cubed. They have aces. 10. 10! No, that is a quick $10. That was my first hand in this one. Just had a clip recently on how to win a cube sit and go in one hand. That is how you lose. That is how you lose in one hand. Jamming here. Ace 9 of spades versus Queen Jack to win it in the $5. Fading kings and eights. Nice. We'll take it. Spin a biggin. 5 into 10 instead. All right, watch the cash games for now until we get another game going off. Although the it looks like the $10 might be ready to pop soon. Well, I tell you, here we are. Redemption cometh in the $10. We're raising because this player's sitting out to start. Now they're back. Yikes. Ten deuce is nutted though. One into six, you piece. Information on well people did in the Poker Stars tournament in Philadelphia. I think there's a website for that, brother. I don't have it here. Flopped flush versus top two pair. Turned boat. No more tags at 3 a.m. No. For real? Brother. You called flop and now you jam turn. This is like always King Jack. Want a small pot here with bottom pair. No more tax at 3 a.m. No. All in here. Never works. All in turn. Just fold the 9-4. They always bet one big blind if we check to them. Oh my god. Pocket tens. High call versus ace four. Hold. No. Variance in the $10 cubes is crushing us. All right, we got both going. $5 and $10 cubed. Running. They're coming after me. Maybe you're coming after me. Maybe people from chat for all I know. No more ribbons on your dog. Only information. Oh, they can bend it all they want. Let's raise the 10-9-0 here. Fine. Fine. This is a 3-bet pre, by the way, by 650. Little bit of a maniac at our table here. Got a 3-bet here. Queens here, rolling pre. Called by King 10. Hold the baby. All in here with King 9. Ahead of King 7. Not anymore. Get there. 9. Niner. Again, getting crushed in the 10s. Although this time we might lose the 10 and the 5. Striking on glitch prizes tonight too. My own living room. Stacking off. Pocket fours up against ace 5. We're flipping. Cuatro. Gotta win your flips. Gotta win your glitches. Shame that. Back in another one. Another $5 cube, that is. All in here for 14. Raising here in the cash game with pocket nines. Actually raising pocket nines here as well. We got min 3-bet here. Call the jacks in position. What a run out. What a run out for Jack Jack. They bet 1 1 1 all the way down if they're min clicking us with Queen 8. Okay. Okay. Weirdo Maniac. All right. All right. All right. Noted. Oh my. What do we do against the Weirdo Maniac with Jack 9 suited here? I still think I fold, I guess. It's so stupid. Such a stupid flop. They can have anything but a lot of their like garbage is still out of our like Jack 9 suited right there. Can't do it. King 10 up here in the cash game. We raised pre. Big blind defense. King 9-0. We're all in here. Okay. What's this guy calling with 6-5? Okay, let's hold. Please don't do this to me. All right. Got ourselves a straight. The old 650. The old dick twist. IYK. Got 4, you got me. 5-9 of spades is no good. Do it. Do it. Do it. Ace King versus Ace 10. Here we got Queen 10 versus Queen 9. Queen 9 gets there. Ace King versus Ace 10. Holy cow, we won a $10 cube, folks. Now let's spin big. Spin me right round. 10 into 20. Unfortunately, not large. It's the min. That's the min. 10-7 here. Oh, I can't fold. Good luck, us. Got a lot of outs. We're ahead equity wise versus Ace Queen. Nice. Any two. We're ahead. We've got you pipped with 960 or 95. Still got you pipped with a pair to your lesser pair. We chop it up on the river with both of us having a straight. That's so funny. And by funny, I mean annoying. Stacking off here. Jack 5 suited. Get there. All right. Still any two, I think. How do you have me dominated this time? No. Take a jack. I'll take a hook, dealer. 9's not enough. All right, now we're equal. Hold the 7-4 out. Pain. That might be a jam. They were suited after all. This is a call off for sure. Queen 10 versus 6-4 out. Nice. Let's finish it. Come on. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, they folded. Oh my god, these cards, gang. Seriously, like, seriously. I think we have to. That was dominated again somehow. Somehow. Well, we flop a 4. Can we hold? And moan it all the way in. We are the dominating ones this time. Now they get to throw up their hands. And we've got them 98%. Very nice. All right. No big spins yet tonight. Can we get a big one? Gotten some 2.5s. We got one 3.5. I just want to 10 into a 35, I think. But no 5x or above so far. We had a flush on the river here by just a pair of jacks. Suited one gapper here, we flop a pair. Our hand is probably best at the moment. I think you bet, I mean, you might bet a medium pair here on the river. Block all the boats. I'm gonna actually bluff here. Check raise, bluffing. Nice. And we got a $5 cube sitting go up and running. Once more. Fun bluff, blocking all the boats with the 6 and the 4 there. Targeting a king, maybe even getting some queens to fold from your players. Jack 4 will fold flop. Queen 7 player blinded all in here. Got him pretty dead. All in here with a6. Called by Jack 8 suited. We're flipping in a way that we definitely did not expect to be. Hold. The $10 cube, or well, that's not $10. The cube continued to punish us though, so that was a $5. And still no glitch prizes. That part hurts the most. That's the part that hurts the most. Well, the losing hurts the most, but the lack of glitch prizes definitely hurts the second most. Can we get another cash game table, maybe? A third one? think maybe we can. Definitely could have just copied and pasted that from one of the other ones, but gotta keep the APM up, you know? Raise the 8-7 suited. Okay. Nobody wants to play with me. Just 3 by the jacks. Fucking raising on this board. They just always have it at this level, man. I don't think most of these players have raises with hands other than a queen or a weird ace-3, like a hand that has a 3 there, so we'll just get out of there, but it is annoying. Zero hesitation raise of our pretty good, like, middling strength hand. Thought there was an opening here at a cash game, but apparently I'm the first person waiting. Potentially. Yeah, I think I'm the first person waiting. All right, we do have 3 cash game tables going now. We will limp and then call out a position here, try to flop a set versus our opponent. Let's get a set of 3s. King, Jack, 10. Not ideal, is it? Try to bat out hands like ours. 8, 7s, 8s, 9s. I play the board. Fuck me. You win. King 7 here. All right. I'm gonna squeeze here. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Cool. Done by you. King Queen here will be opening. Probably flat or raise if one comes in. I think you could 3-bet this hand as well. Actually, maybe we would 3-bet. I think we will 3-bet, actually. I think about it. We'll 3-bet. Kind of nice with this particular hand when they don't choose a larger raise sizing. We can 3-bet, show aggression, still get away from it cheaper if somebody comes over the top behind. Does mean that they're maybe a little bit more likely to call because the price is cheap, like call behind, but we'll rock our king queen 3 ways on a queen high board. Done by you. Some things look better, baby. Check raise, huh? Got ace queen. Got pocket eights. There's too much queen jack or queen 10 that I think we just stack off here. They might just rip it, but I can't fold now. In fact, I do think we just get it in. I can't believe they have a fold there. Maybe I should keep them on the line. It's so dry, but I just honestly was like pretty certain they had another queen with the way they were so aggressively playing that. It's just an aggro maniac. Definitely gated myself out of maybe getting that whole stack there by just being a little greedy, I think. Thorough and smart as attack. She's jewelry. She's putting up her hair. She's touring the facility and picking up slack. Interrupted prosperity. Who uses a machete to cut through red tape? King Danny area raised pre. This is like where they're just never supposed to have a bet here. And I never know how to handle this shit. You know what? Because we have very little equity, I'm gonna raise. With just our gut shot and say, knock it the fuck off. And we'll win the pot. Pocket kings here. Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong table. I had pocket kings, but I squeezed and everyone folded. Squeezed over like a limper. Here we got pocket eights. Could 3-bet here. Let's flat this time. Everybody gets involved. Flop is 3 diamonds. We don't have the 8 of diamonds. 8 of hearts, 8 of clubs on queen 7-3. All diamonds. We'll fold. Let's raise the ace 4-0. Sure, check sounds good. Sure, check sounds good. Hmm. Sure, check sounds good. All right, we'll win a small pot there. The one I love you, baby, can't you see? Raising ace 10 here in the cash game. We'll play a little bit more cash, a few more cubes and goes, folks. Just getting in a nice little grind tonight, and then we'll probably wrap up the stream here in a little bit. So if we can get some more cube sit and goes running, that is. Can I get another cash game table? No, not yet, I don't think. Don't know if it'll support that. Ace 10 we raise here. 2 callers. Flop comes ace, queen 6. We'll bet again with our ace 10 and player will fold. Freeze here, the queen jack suited. Bet and half pot on the river with our Broadway straight. Getting paid. By queen 9. We were ahead the entire way. Did get a $10 cube sit and go to run here. We got jack 10. Take it down. Let's raise the king 7-0. Okay. And I was young. Me into the city. Let's raise the jack deuce. The broken, the beaten, and the damned. Will you defeat them, demons? Let's jam here with ace deuce. Ace king, come on, baby. I call versus a6. Nice, very clean. All right, we're heads up. Raise here in the cash game over limpers. We got king jack on jack 9 queen. Pocket fours here. All in. Queen 7 versus jack 5 for the win. No jacks. Nice. We're gonna win a $10 cube, folks. What do we spin, Johnny? 10 and 25. Betting here on the river with trip jacks. Take it down. A6 we're gonna raise here. I knew that before you did. Still, I'm the one who's stupid. And there's this burning like there's always been. I've never been so alone, and I've never been so alive. Another $10 cube. Here we go. Visions of you on a motorcycle drive by, the cigarette ash in your eyes, and you don't mind. Any first-hand jammers? No first-hand jammers. King 8, let's hold. Somehow they don't have a club. That's a fantastic hand to see. King 8 did not want to believe. All right, we'll get heads up real quick in this $10. Actually, just gonna jam this hand over a limp. Never been so alive. And again, just jamming, I think. King Jack. There was this burning. Where's the soul? I wanna know. New York City's evil, the surface is everything, but I could never do that. Someone would see through that. This is the last time we'll be friends again. I'll get over you. You'll wonder who I am. They're jamming every hand now. We're just trying to find one that's worth. They're ready to fucking party. We're still not quite yet. And summer dies and swells around. They really just want all the chips in at once. They're not playing post flop, even when we get to a flop. Don't jam. Fuck you. Fuck you. They raise all their ace-x pre, even queen stuff with a lot of stuff with the queen in it. They're just jamming pre. They're jamming a ton of hands pre. King nine suited got to be a call off if they jam. And this time they have ace jack. 40%. Can we get there? Take your jack. No, yeah, we'll take your jack. It's a shame. I was a bit of a wild FT. They just wanted to play for stacks pre, and then king nine suited too good. They just happened to have a fucking like nutted hand for like as wide as they were seemingly jamming there. Seemed like they woke up like pretty damn strong. We squeezed here in this cash game. And then everybody check flop, everybody check turn. I don't think we get a ton extra here, but we're gonna click it back with the ace queen. Ace king behind. Didn't 4-bet us. That's some funny stuff. Red flop here on ace king 9. John. There's no stopping us. Settle down, bruh. He's near ace 5 of spades. Nobody wants to fold. Let's put some black cards out there. Got an ace. Hang on, we're gonna be all in here. Excuse me, you're potting after I squeezed. Ace 9 versus king queen, we're ahead, but it's a 58-42. Let's just keep them nice and low. That looks beautiful so far. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. You're folding, really? Gonna give me your remaining 0.17? That's how you win it, folks. We spin 25. And did I rug burn my hand with my own hand? Just kidding, I'm fine. 3-betting here. We'll see if we can get in another $10 cuber. What are we doing here, Brady? You're gonna bet into me when I 3-bet you? You're gonna lead out of position? Fine. Fine. And it's kind of garbage, but I was kind of looking at like, I was looking forward to the possibility of like turning this hand into a bluff in like 3 streets or something, and you robbed that from me, and you robbed me of that, and I will never forgive you. Got me some diamonds. Ace queen here. They raised a 9.75 pre. Nice. Right on, Josephine, right-hand machine. Right on. Flop a 7. No 7 flops. We're out of there. Diamond flush versus Broadway. Ouch for the queen 10. With the queen of diamonds, no less than nut flush draw. Nut flush like redraw. And blocking a lot of the flushes held by their opponent. Pocket 10's here. Good flop. All right, folks, I do think we're going to wrap the stream up here, but thank you so much for watching. Let's see what we were looking at for the damages and or winnings tonight. I really don't know where this session stands. Let's see. Current session. We're up $44 on the evening. We were in for... I don't know. It's all muddied because I unlocked some bonus too. But yeah, we're plus $44 on the evening. All right. That is going to be it for me, folks. We're going to find somebody to send you off to, potentially in the poker directory. And I am not sure when we'll be live again next. I think I'll be live for the dual stream. I think I'm going to take tomorrow off from streaming. I think we'll be live for the dual stream. And I will see you then, and then I'll be back on Sunday for some more BetRivers Poker for sure. So come back for Sunday, if not sooner. See you then. Thanks so much for being here. Peace.